Hi there. All right, let's go through how to do a running record from Brandon's oral reading of From Nest to Bird, which is a level F, which is a nonfiction story. So I always start with the introduction. That way the students know what the story is going to be about. Typically, they'll have the introduction here. If you're using Fountas Pinnell or a different program, they should have an introduction that can give a brief summary of what the story's about. So all along, I went and I did check marks over the words that Brandon said correctly, and then if he said a different word, I wrote that word above it, and if he did not guess, if he skipped the word, I put a slash over it. So let's go through page 2. He said, "This is Mother Bird. What Mother Bird do?" So you should have a slash over does because he did not say that. So I am going to look at the sentence, "This is Mother Bird." I have a check mark over all 4 of those words. So that means in the E column, I'm going to put 0. And in the self-correction, I'm going to put 0 because he has nothing for that. You can also leave it blank. It's more your preference. I like putting 0 just because then I can see it easier. So then what does Mother Bird do? So he has 1 error because he did not say that word. So does is 1 error. So I'm going to put a 1 in the E column and a 0 for the self-correction. So this is what it should look like. Then I am going to go across to the arrows, excuse me, to the errors and self-corrections. So this is Mother Bird, no errors. What? Nothing, Mother Bird do. So that's an error. I think that he was just reading too fast. There's not a lot that we can go off of. There's not really any clues.
Interruption. This is the last call for neighborhood health students. Please report to the bus immediately.
There's not many clues that tell us, is it a meaning error, is it a structure error, or is it a visual error? I could just say it's a visual error because he didn't see it, but I'm just going to leave that blank because I think he truly was just reading too fast. And he did not have any self-corrections, so I will leave that column blank too. So again, so this is what I have for my first page. Okay, so page 3, Mother Bird gets sticks. Got that correctly. And grass. He did not say the word then. I said and. I could rewatch it though because I don't remember if that's what he did say, so I put a question mark. So and is 1 error. She makes a nest, so he got those then. Instead of saying then and, I'm going to say that's a meaning clue because it does have meaning. It does make sense. Mother Bird gets sticks and grass, and she makes a nest. That's not a huge mistake in my opinion. It's just still he was reading too fast. He wasn't looking at it correctly. So this is then what I have for that page. Okay, page 4. So it should say, why does Mother Bird need a nest? This is what I have. When babies, Mother Bird need Ned a nest. So when babies need, so he has 2 errors on the top line with 0 self-corrections and 1 error in the bottom line with 0 self-corrections. When, for why, I'm going to do visual. because it looks very similar, the word. I think he does know the word why, but probably knows when better. So that's why he said when instead of why. And then babies for does. I'm going to say visual again for that one because he used the visual clue to help him with that. Now, I want to show you how I wrote it. So for this one, here it is. I wrote them on top of each other so that it can go across and say, okay, for this mistake, for this error, it was visual, and for this mistake, it was visual as well. So I would recommend doing it that way so that you can directly see what errors they had or self-corrections and then what the mistake was. Okay, and then for page 5, I have everything correct. So I'll do zeros across the board for that. So then let's total up how many errors we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 errors with 0 self-corrections, 1 meaning error, and 2 visual. So I can already tell that he is reading fast and he is using the pictures to help him with words he doesn't know and figuring out what he needs to, the word that he needs to read, and if it makes sense, which so far it did make sense. Ned is not the word for need, but when he was reading it, it wasn't something that he picked up on. So he already has 5 errors. So let's go to the next page and see what he has there. So for page 5 continued, I have 0 across the board. For page 6, I have where babies, mother bird, do now. So 2 errors with 0 self-corrections. Where for what? I'm going to do meaning again, and then babies, I'm going to do visual. So he was using the clues, the picture clues to help him. Where for what, again, that made sense to him. They look similar as well, so it could be a visual clue, but I'm doing it as meaning because where makes sense in his brain when he read it. So this is what my page, oh my gosh, this is what my page looks like so far. Okay, so let's continue. So page 7, mother bird said now her eggs to crap in time. That's what I had from him. So I have 2 errors, 0 self-corrections, and then 3 errors with 0 self-corrections. So said for sits, I'm going to do that as visual. It looks similar in terms of the spelling of the word. Now I'm going to do visual as well because it was just him reading fast. He wasn't thinking about it. Okay, and then the second line, crap for keep. I don't really know what that one, I guess. It's more so just, I would do visual, I guess, for that one as well. In for them, I'll do visual again for that one. And then time for warm, I would do meaning for that one, even though through the picture it definitely is showing that they need to stay warm, but he did not pick up on that. So here is this page. Okay. Where baby bird, mother bird, kept the eggs waiting. So again, I can tell now at this point that there are a lot of words that he is getting wrong, but they structurally look the same, but don't have the same meaning. And visually, they look the same as well. So where for why, that's an error. So I have 1 error, 2 errors, and then 2 more. So I'm going to do where, visual, baby bird, I'll do visual as well, using the pictures to help him. Kept for keep, I'm going to do structure for the look of the word, and then waiting for warm, structure again. So 4 errors on that page. Okay, and then the next page, I only have 1 error. Do this really quick. I only have 1 error, and that's I think he combined, I don't think he said baby birds at all. He just said babies. So I'll do that for 1 error, and I'm going to do visual for that as well. So then let's count down our errors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 errors. So at this point, he already has 17 errors, which if you flip back, 17 errors is a 90%, so that would be his instructional level, which is where I would want him to be for when I pull him for guided reading. And those are the books that I would want him to have in his book bin so that he could read them independently. He will struggle with them a little bit, so that's then when I would pull him to read with me to help him with any errors that he might have. But I know he's capable of reading it himself. So I will let you do the rest of the scoring. And then I'll do a follow-up. I just want to go through his accuracy rate and his comprehension. So I will do a follow-up video with that so that you can do the last 6 pages, and then we can compare what I have to what you guys have. So I'll let you do those pages by yourself.